Raise your right hand. You swear or affirm the evidence you're about to present in the matter and hearing should be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Your Honor, are you judging me? And no law is above God's law. So I cannot honor any of your laws. It supersedes every single law that you guys have given me. I am friends with the IRS.
If you enjoy courtroom chaos like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, because today we've got a truly unbelievable hearing. This woman is back in court over unpaid fees tied to an earlier case, but instead of trying to solve the problem, she comes in claiming she is above the system and only answers to God's law. She believes that somehow excuses everything she has done, including shoplifting and ignoring the court's orders. The funniest part is watching the judge sit there completely unfazed while she talks in circles. He barely reacts, which makes the whole thing even better. By the end, reality hits hard, and the outcome is not what she expected. Credit to court nerds for the original footage. Let's get into this hearing and watch how quickly fantasy collides with facts.
We're asking that Ms. Lott is incarcerated until the $2,755.40 is paid, Your Honor. And Your Honor, I am asking for attorney fees for today. Your Honor, and even me having to file this motion and continue to, I guess, seek attorney fees from Ms. Lott, Your Honor.
What are you asking for today?
Your Honor, for Your Honor, for today, Your Honor, I'm asking for $1,500, Your Honor. And I can provide my affidavit to the court, Your Honor. We had to communicate with the court, Your Honor. I've been practicing law since 2008, Your Honor. I've been in good standing since that time. Your Honor, I charged my client a flat fee of the $1,500 just to try to see, just so we can file this motion for incarceration.
All right, Ms. Lott, raise your right hand. You swear or affirm the evidence you're about to present in the matter and hearing should be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Your Honor, are you judging me?
If you want to call it that, but I assume you want to testify on your own behalf.
Yes, I do. And if the attorney is not going to be sworn in, that is a conflict of interest. And I have filed motions. I filed a quo warranto because I have searched for law licenses and I have not found any. There's been no true judges since 1789. And the United States filed a Chapter 11 in 1933, which lost their sovereignty as a government. So I can't even be heard here. I have asked the court to provide me documentation stating that this is an Article 3 court. I have not gotten anything back from the judge with any type of documentation from the Attorney General, from the Secretary of State. You guys have not had permission to try me, and no law is above God's law. So I cannot honor any of your laws. It supersedes every single law that you guys have given me. I have tried to settle this in court. I have filed a fiduciary relationship, 56. I am friends with the IRS. I have attempted to settle with a $20 money order because there is no money with the court, and everything was sent back. So rejection of payment is payment, Your Honor. And my religion strongly prohibits any satanic laws or rituals, and I cannot serve two masters. So either I don't even know what to do here in this matter, because I have asked to be tried in an Article 3 court. This is not a court of equity. God's law trumps all laws made by man. God also says no man should be judged, or you will be judged. This is my religion. I have not broken any of God's laws. I have not committed any crimes. I have not harmed my offspring. I am the first lien holder on my child's estate. So there is nothing that I can do for Miss LaFleur, and I will not be paying it because my God told me not to. He gave me the instructions on what to do, and you guys refused it. You guys refused my quo warranto because it wasn't written in the way that you accept it, but I am not under your laws. I am friends with the IRS. I have sent out my documentation. I have my own contract with myself. I don't have a contract with you guys. I have not signed anything, and I am not a 14th Amendment corporate war citizen. I am a natural person. That is what I have to say.
You have any questions for Ms. Lott, Ms. St. Fleur?
Yes, Ms. Lott, were you present in court for the petition for a legitimation with Tariq Crump?
Miss LaFleur, can you provide me your...
It's St. Fleur. It's St. Fleur. It's not LaFleur. If we're gonna quote all of these articles, make sure you get my name right. It's St. Fleur.
St. Fleur?
It's St. Fleur, Well, just were you in court? I mean, I'm not sure if any of the articles could tell me, but were you in court?
Questions. I have no further answers for any of your questions. I said what I said. This law does not trump God's law. I'm under God's law, and that's it.
Well,
She really said a lot without saying anything useful. The judge has probably seen every excuse in the book, so keeping a straight face here is impressive. This woman seems convinced that repeating strange phrases about sovereign law somehow erases the charges against her. Nobody enjoys government control or court fees, sure, but that doesn't change what happens when you willingly break the law. Once you commit an offense and ignore the consequences, the court has every right to step in. Her argument only makes sense in her own head. If she had been falsely accused, maybe there would at least be a reason to fight this hard. But this is about her own actions, and she still refuses accountability. That is why none of what she says lands. You can tell the courtroom sees straight through it. What's even crazier is how confident she sounds while sinking her own case. Some people pretend to be unstable in court, but here it honestly feels like she believes every word. Whether it is delusion or arrogance, it is hurting her badly. The judge stays patient, says little, and lets her continue digging the hole deeper. That silence is powerful because it shows he already knows where this is heading. In moments like this, responsibility would help far more than speeches. If she had simply admitted fault and asked for mercy, she might have had a chance. Instead, she keeps pushing nonsense and setting herself up for the second half, where the judge finally responds and brings her back to reality.
saying you had 10 days to pay this $2,755.40. Do you have any proof that any payment was made?
I have the proof here, and this was sent back to me. This is the money order that I sent to the court.
That's
Your
that
law-
$20 thing you said?
Yes, it is. That is the settlement that is written in your laws. I did send the thing. They sent it back, and refusal of payment is payment. So I will handle it with the IRS from here.
Well, $20 doesn't equal $2,755.40.
Or any court fees cannot supersede to $20, and that is what I paid as a natural person. I don't know about any U.S. citizen. I'm not a U.S. citizen. I'm a natural person and a private American. I have not committed any crimes under God's law. I have not stolen. I have not bared false witnesses. I have not killed anyone. I have not dishonored my mother and my father, and I have not put any man before God, and I will not put any of you guys before God either.
Fine. All right, Ms. Lott, I'm going to find you in contempt of court for failure to pay the $2,755.40, order you incarcerated, that is jailed, until you've paid the money.
I will be taking it up with the IRS, and I will be filing liens because you guys do not have liens over myself, my estate, or my child. So
You'll take it up with the sheriff first.
no, I will not, because the sheriff does not have any jurisdiction.
Turn yourself in, or the sheriff will come out and arrest you.
Jurisdiction over me, and the sheriff does not have any jurisdiction over
That's
me.
fine. Once you're released, I'll give you 90 days to pay an additional $1,500 for attorney's fees incurred by the plaintiff for today's proceeding. And I'll ask Ms. St. Fleur to submit the order.
Will do, Your Honor.
And include in that, the sheriff will notify the court when Ms. Lott has been arrested.
Can you guys provide me with evidence that you are Article 3 court and not a military court?
And we'll send you a copy of the order.
I seriously don't understand what she expected here. Did she think she could walk into court, act untouchable, and somehow avoid consequences? The judge was never going to fall for that. In the end, the sentence felt completely earned, because this whole situation started over unpaid fees from her own case. Yet she chose attitude over common sense. She could have handled this with humility, but arrogance pushed everything in the wrong direction. Give credit to the judge as well, because he handled it like a professional. No yelling, no drama, no emotional reaction. He simply listened, stayed focused, and used the facts. That kind of composure is powerful. A lot of people let emotions control the room, but he never did. She had chances to help herself, maybe reduce the damage, maybe work something out. But instead, she played games and lost badly. Some people would rather fight reality than admit they were wrong, and that mindset destroys them. Hopefully this becomes a lesson, because acting above everyone else usually ends with consequences. If you stay out of trouble and own your mistakes early, you never end up in situations like this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.